So first we will make a new connection. First enter the connection name. You can enter any name here for the connection. Next we will enter the username for this connection. Again you can enter here any name. Now we will enter the password. Here we will enter the password that we created using Workbench installation. So here enter the password, then click OK. Now the connection is created. You can see here, click. But now you can see here the connection is not established, it is stopped. Simply you can close and again reopen the MySQL Workbench, and you can see now it is working. Now the new connection is created. Now inside this we will create new database. Now we will create a database. Our database, here we have students. Execute the command. Now you can see it is working. Refresh and you can see the database is now created. Now we will use this database, students, and inside this database we will create a table. Now using this statement, create table, enter the table name here. Our table name is here sinfo, that is student info. Now first we have student ID, that is SID. Data type is int, that is integer type, and we will consider this as the primary key. Next we have student first name, we have data type varchar. Then next we have the last name, same data type and size. Next we have department, that is the student department, enter the data type, size. The last one we have phone number. Then we will execute it. Now you can see here it is working. Refresh, double click on table. Now you can see the table sinfo is created. Right click on this table and visit. Now you can see this is the output. So we will use this database. Now inside this database we have a table, that is sinfo. So we will insert into this table, enter the table name here, and inside this table we have student ID, first name, last name, student department, and the phone number. Now one by one we will enter the values. Here we will enter, here we can enter multiple students. Now we have the first student ID 1, first name Albert, last name Einstein, department physics, and the phone number, suppose this is the demo number, semicolon. Now execute this. After execution it is working. Now refresh. Now right click on the table and you can see here we have one entry inside this table. Now one by one we can enter other students also, like this. Change ID to change first name, last name, change department, and the phone number. We can add here multiple students, just add comma. Then we have different students, change their ID, name, last name, department, then execute. Now you can see we have one error. We added a comma in line number 9. Here remove this comma. Now execute. It is working. Refresh. Right click on this table name and visit the table. You can see here now we have all the entries inside this table. Now it is working. Like that we can enter other records also. Now we will create MySQL table using PHP script. So first we will enter here different tags like HTML, head, title. We have title, we have MySQL table using PHP script. Then inside body tag. Now first we will create the connection to the server. So here we have the host name, that is localhost. Username, we have root. You can enter your username here. Then the password that you created during installation, during Workbench installation. Now we have the database name, like we created different database. So we have another database here, product. So enter the database name here. Now we will make the connection here. Enter host, user, password, database. Now we will check whether the connection is created or not. So we are using here the if statement to check whether connection is established or not. If the connection is not created, if there is any error, then it will display message connection failed and exit. And if all the entries above, like host, like username and the password, database name, they are correct, then it will show message that it is connected. Now we will create the MySQL table using PHP script. So here first we have a variable that is SQLT. Here we will enter the statement create table product data. Create table, then enter here the table name, our table name here product data. Now one by one we will enter here. Now next we have product ID. Data type we have integer and it will increment automatically for all the products. Next we have the product name. Data type we have varchar, that is the variable character, data size 20. Next we have product price, it is integer type. And next we have the product brand and the data type we have varchar, the size 25. Now we will make the product ID as the primary key. So here we will make primary key as the product ID. Now we will check whether the above table is created or not. Again we will use the if statement. If there is no error, then it will display message that the table product data is created, else it will display message the table is not created. Now when you will execute the code, we have an error that product data table we already created once. So here we will change the table name. Suppose it is 2. Now you can see it is created. So like that we can create multiple tables, like 3, it is working. Now it is created. Data 4, product data 4 table. Now you can see it is working. Now in the workbench we will see whether all the tables are created or not. Open this and then refresh. After refresh we have a database here, product, and inside this we have table. Click and you can see we have different tables created. Now we can see inside the table we have all the entries. Now we will use the drop statement to delete the extra tables. We will delete the above lines as now we don't want to create another table. Then enter the table name here that you want to delete. Now here if the table is dropped, then it will display the message table product data 2 is dropped, else it will display the message that it is not dropped. So here we will run the code. Now you can see the table is now dropped. In the workbench we will check. Now we can see refresh, table is now deleted. Like that we can delete other tables also. Just change the table name here one by one. We want to delete all the tables that we created here, like product data 2, 3, 4 up to 5. So one by one you can see we deleted all the database, all the tables. Now we have just one table, that is product data. So that's all about this video. If you have any questions, you can comment below, and thanks for watching this video.